Hello everyone, today we are going to discuss about the DC motor. Basically it is a permanent magnet type of DC motor. As we know, we have different types of motors under DC. So it is basically a permanent magnet type of DC motor. Clear? As we know, motor basically converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. So what is the use of motor? It basically converts the electrical energy into mechanical energy. Clear? And the main parts of the motor are two. First one is called rotor and second one is called stator. Clear? So as the name basically is describing, the rotating part of the motor is called rotor, the stationary part of the motor is called stator. Clear? So this is a basic diagram of the permanent magnet type of DC motor. The main components of the motor are, we have permanent magnet. Clear? Second one is called armature coil, which is very important. Clear? Third one is called brushes. We have two brushes, that is called B1 and B2, and we have very important thing that is called S1 and S2, which is known as split ring. So this is called basically split rings. So we are having two rings, clear, S1 and S2. They are known as split ring because basically they are divided into two parts. You can see the split from the center. So we are having two split rings, that is S1 and S2. Clear? And we are having a DC power supply also. Clear? Since it is a DC motor, so we will have DC power supply. Now, how basically it works? It basically works upon the principle that whenever current carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it will experience some kind of force. Clear? This same principle is used in the DC motor. In this case, this is my conductor, you can say armature coil. So it is a conductor that is placed in a magnetic field. So this magnetic field is produced by the magnets. This is north pole, this is south pole. So these magnets are basically producing the magnetic field, and my conductor, that is my armature coil, is placed in the magnetic field. So whenever a carrying conductor is placed in a magnetic field, it will experience some force, clear, which is a basic principle, working principle of DC motor. Clear? Now, since we are having DC power supply, and this is positive, clear, and obviously this is negative. So this is the power supply from DC to the armature coil. In the armature coil, we are having four arms. First one is A to B, B to C, C to D, and D to A. The current will flow from positive side towards negative side. So current will flow from this side through the armature coil AB. So this is the direction of current. If you see, this is the direction of current. It will go through arm B and comes down through arms C and D. Clear? So these two arrows basically are showing the direction of current, that how it is flowing. It is flowing through arm AB, then to BC, and coming back through CD to the power supply. Okay. Now how basically it works? As I told you that we have permanent magnets. Clear? Since we are having magnets, we will have magnetic field. Clear? And they are from always north side towards south side. So I am going to draw horizontal lines. All these lines are showing the direction of magnetic field. Clear? So all these lines which are in the direction from north pole towards south pole, they are basically indicating the direction of magnetic field. Now, how basically it rotates, how it basically works, clear? That will be given by Fleming's left hand rule. Clear? Now this rule is very important. It basically depends upon our three fingers, clear? Our thumb, our forefinger, clear, and our middle finger. So these fingers, these three fingers are really very important, clear? In this three fingers, all these fingers must be perpendicular to each other, where all finger is basically showing some particular figure to you. For example, this is my middle finger. In the Fleming's rule, the middle finger will always show the direction of current, in which direction the current is flowing, clear? My forefinger will always indicate the direction of magnetic field, in which direction the magnetic field is flowing, and this is my thumb. Basically my thumb is really important part. It basically shows me the direction in which the force is applied on the conductor. So these three fingers are really very important to find the direction of motor. The motor will move clockwise or anti-clockwise. That basically is given by the Fleming's left hand rule. So three fingers, my thumb, my forefinger or my index finger also, and this is my middle finger. Clear? Now I am going to apply this thing on this figure to find the direction of force. Basically this motor will rotate clockwise or anti-clockwise, will be given by Fleming's left hand rule. Clear? Now in this diagram you can see that current is flowing from positive side toward this side. This is the direction of magnetic lines of force. Now I am going to apply my Fleming's rule. So my forefinger or index finger will indicate the direction of magnetic field. So it is from north to south. So this is it. This basically indicates the direction of magnetic field. Now next thing is my current. Now this current basically is in this direction. Clear? So if I do this, this will be wrong. It has to be like this. Now this finger basically indicates the direction of magnetic field, as you can see. This middle finger will indicate direction of current. Now it is, I am not able to basically show this to you because it is basically towards the board. It is flowing from downward direction towards the upward direction. So it is like this, and this is my thumb basically. Now this thumb basically indicates the direction of force. Now we can see that this thumb is acting in the downward direction. So basically it is not acting in the downward direction. It is basically towards the plane of the board, which I am not able to show it on the board because we are working in 2D. Clear? But in 3D this finger you can see will indicate the direction of force. Now I can see that all these three fingers are perpendicular to each other. This finger indicates the direction of magnetic field. This finger indicates the direction of force, and my middle finger indicates the direction of current. So we can see that the force on the conductor is acting in the downward direction. So if I have to show this force on the diagram, it will be like this. Although it is towards the plane of paper, towards plane of board, but it is not, I am not able to draw it on the diagram because it is acting in the it is acting towards the plane of paper. So I am basically showing it that it is acting in the downward direction, but actually it is acting towards the plane of paper. Clear? Secondly, after arm AB, the current will go to arm BC and it will pass on to arm CD. Now if we take the example of CD, which is the easiest case to basically understand how it basically works. Now again I am going to apply my Fleming's left hand rule. I am having three fingers. Clear? This finger indicates the direction of magnetic field, as you can see, direction of magnetic field. Clear? This finger indicates the direction of current, as you can see. It is very easy to understand. This basically is the direction of current. It is basically towards you guys, you can see. Clear? Now this is my thumb. It basically indicates the direction of force. It is in the upward direction. Clear? So it is like this. Okay. So basically I am having two forces. Both the forces will be equal, but they are opposite because BC on BA the force is acting in the downward direction. You can see on CD it is acting in the upward direction. So basically it creates a couple basically because two forces both are equal but both are opposite. So they are acting in different directions. It basically indicates that arm AB will go in the downward direction. Arm CD will go in the upward direction. Clear? So we can see that it will basically rotate anti-clockwise because BA is going in the downward direction and CD is going in the upward direction. Clear? So this motor will rotate anti-clockwise. Now if I have to change the direction of motor, simply change the polarity of the current. I am having positive on this side and negative on this side. If you want to basically reverse the direction of motor, just change the polarity. Negative on this side, positive on this side, the motor will start rotating in the clockwise direction. So in all the ways we have to apply Fleming's left hand rule to find the direction of motor. Clear? Now after that, about the application of this motor, which is very important. Since I am saying it is a permanent magnetic type of motor, it means the magnet we are using is permanent. What is the meaning of permanent magnet? It means the magnetic strength it is producing, that is constant, it will not change. So for the applications where there is no need to change the speed of something that we are using, in that cases we can use the DC motor, clear? But the applications in which we have to manipulate the speed also, in those cases, in those applications, we cannot use DC motor, clear? If I take few examples, we have trimmer. In the trimmers we use DC motor because it basically rotates at a constant speed. There is no need to change the speed of the trimmer, clear? So anything that is needing basically a constant speed, in that applications we can use DC motor, whether it is trimmer, whether it is toys, whether it is windshield wipers of the cars, all these basically are using DC motor, clear? So this is all about the DC motor, and the force finally which basically it feels, the formula of force is going to be V, I and L. And please guys, if you have any questions, any query you guys have, please write me in the comment section and keep supporting my channel, that is Macro Disruptors. Thank you very much.